Hello, my name is Laura. I'm 33. I'm a mom to a gorgeous 2-year-old little boy, and I'm expecting our second baby in October. I am here to tell you about bioresonance, how it completely changed my life, and how with Perm I have created something I never thought possible regarding my health. So 3 years ago, I attended a network meeting of which Perm is in attendance, and she very briefly talked about this thing called bioresonance that was amazing for people who suffered with anxiety, as well as other similar symptoms. And I've got to be honest, I had to listen to it a couple of times because I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, well, she's at the next meeting, I'll talk to her about it then. Next meeting came, same thing. Anyway, after hearing and seeing Perm for the 5th, 6th time, I said, can I have your details? I know you probably sent them to me and I've had them from this meeting. However, I've misplaced them. I'd really be interested in giving this bioresonance a go. To give you a bit of a background on myself, I suffered with anxiety from the age of 12. My anxiety was so bad that I used to hyperventilate to the point of passing out and would be hospitalised. Following that, I was put on medication, which I would be going on and off with due to the symptoms that it was giving me. So I would try herbal remedies, hypnotherapy, anything, you name it, I tried it. And from the age of 12 to be going through that, it was quite difficult. I'm a very confident person, I'm a very loud person, I have a very hard exterior, mainly because it would hide those anxious moments. But to be honest, I learnt to live with it because having tried absolutely everything, nothing was working apart from being put on medication and monitoring that and keeping up to it. So I had just learnt to accept that I was going to have anxiety for the rest of my life. And when it came to starting a family, I just need to look at how I was going to deal with it and hope for the best. When I met Perm, which was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I had met my husband, we'd just got married, and we were wanting to start a family. So it came sort of as fate, I suppose, because if you know when starting a family, you can't be on any medication. Your body needs to be at the tip top of its health to make sure that you carry well and healthily, etc., but also helping with the fertility process. I was really panicking about how I was going to be able to do pregnancy without anxiety. But as well as that, I had a very high-powered corporate job. I'd worked in hospitality since I was 13 and I had worked my way to the top. I was an events manager for the Royal Shakespeare Company, and so I had a lot of responsibility, but I loved it. However, when you're at work, you're there and you do it and you put the face on. And then when you go home behind closed doors to calm, to relax, was just never possible. Your mind is going at 1 billion times a minute and you have so many things to think about and so many things to do. And so their lack of sleep comes into play, of which, if you know, when suffering with anxiety, lack of sleep doesn't help. You can't also just have loads to drink on an alcoholic beverage because when you're also on medication, that doesn't work. So you just learn to live with it. And I then, as mentioned, got involved with Perm, did the bioresonance, and the best way I can explain to you about how this has changed my life, I am no longer on medication. I completely control my anxiety. I am happy and healthy. My pregnancy with my firstborn was great. My pregnancy with this one is going so far well. I'm not suffering with anxiety. I'm not suffering with panics. I'm not being hyperventilating. I'm not hospitalised. It's completely, utterly changed my life. So much so, my sister at 18 was starting to show symptoms of anxiety and I immediately got her in touch with Perm. And now, being a 21-year-old, I know she doesn't have to worry like I did, that this is something you just got to live with and you have a medication for it and it's just the way that it is. If you're in a high-powered job, if you are wanting to start a family, if you have been suffering with anxiety, I guarantee you that this treatment works. There is nothing else out there that does. This cures. I am cured because of Bioresonance and because of meeting Perm. I strongly suggest you get in touch with her and you do this treatment. It will change your life just like it's changed mine.